What's up, everybody? Crazyhouse here, and I'll be drawing my butt off. Yes, back here again for more art, animation, and mayhem. And tonight what I want to draw is a concept that I've had swirling around in my head for a while. This kind of harkens back to the days where, I guess you could say, 2012, 2013, where I just used to come up with a lot of random fantasy ideas. I used to come up with one at least once a month. And I would just kind of draw them out, and I'd have a little story going on when I posted the stuff on my DeviantArt page. I really don't do DeviantArt anymore. I kind of just like to keep it to my own social media platforms, but I still like to do my own versions of fantasy and sci-fi art, and this is one of them. This concept is called the Red King, and this concept was of having a kind of maniacal tyrant that exists in, what should I say? I guess you could say a post-apocalyptic dystopian future. So he rules over one of the wastelands, and he rides on this giant iron chariot that spews out smoke and dust and everything else. But he rides on it, and he has this large cosmic type weapon, and he's immensely powerful, but he's also a little mad in the head as a person who's probably not wrapped too tight and is a couple of screws loose in his head there. So, but I wanted to do this very fun concept. I always like drawing fantasy pictures like this, where I kind of combine classic high fantasy as well as science fiction. There's a little bit of steampunk in there with the chariot he's going to be riding on top of, and just madness and everything else going on in this piece. So you will see me draw it as always. This time I won't be drawing in a sketchbook. I will be doing this completely digitally. I had a thumbnail sketch a little bit, just a very small one in my sketchbook. I brought that into Sketchbook Pro, and with that I went over that and made some very tight pencils. You'll see me do it. I started just with his head and kind of kept pushing out, and you'll see how I draw the rest of his body and also his throne / chariot. And then you'll see me ink it in Adobe Animate, and I will also color it there and also add my own version of effects, as with the smoke and the clouds and also the power coming from his staff. So that's what I will be drawing tonight, folks. I hope you like to join me here. If you want to stick around and watch me draw and just listen to music, please feel free. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the live chat, or you can ask me in the comments section. And as always, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to this channel. If you like my artwork, you like how I get down on the art boards and digitally or traditionally, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like this video, and if you know any artists out there who are looking for some inspiration, or if you are looking for inspiration yourself, go ahead and share it and put it out there to as many people as you want. I always enjoy new fans as much as I enjoy the fans who are here every week. So we shall get started. I will hit the intro, and then I will get right into the actual drawing. And like I said, I'll have some music playing if you just want to watch me draw and listen to music. I know that's something I like to do when I watch these types of videos, but if you want to talk, I will be in the live chat. So let's hit that intro music and get right to it, guys. Let's go.
idea occurred to me, I thought you might be.
Alright folks, here we are at the interlude of my videos. As I always do, I like to have a little interlude and explain what I got so far. So you saw me draw it out, draw it all with the digital pencil, and then you just saw me ink it as well. And you'll notice, if you took any close notice to what I was doing, when I inked him, I made sure that I inked his main body, the staff, and the chair itself, but for the tubes that are going to be shooting out all the exhaust and the smoke, I made sure I kind of put them on a separate layer because I might want to do some things with those as I'm coloring and shading everything. So I wanted to make sure those were on separate layers. And the smoke and stuff that's coming out of this war chariot here, I made those on separate layers as well. And you notice I did not ink them the same. I didn't use a double line to ink those. I just kind of kept it simple because with this effect that I'm going to create, I want the smoke to be somewhat transparent, or I guess you could say more translucent, so it's almost, you can semi-see through it. And I will also be adding like little bits of dust as well into this picture. So that's why I did it that way, if you noticed. And of course the power coming out of his staff is also going to be on a separate layer. I might put some Kirby crackles or energy crackles coming out of his staff as well. So that's what we got so far here, folks. You see me draw it and ink it, and we're going to be moving on to the coloring part in the next section. But first, as always, let me advertise my products. Crazyhouse products, all on my personal store. You can go to the link in the description box or in the first comment, and you can go to the Crazyhouse store and pick up coloring books. You can pick up my comic books. You can pick up my fantasy graphic novel, The Chronicles of PA. You can also pick up Naturally Cute stickers, as well as a lot of posters and art that I've done over the years. All of that will be available to you there, and you can order the coloring books on my store, or you can always go over to Amazon and order it there. Either way is fine with me. The only difference is when you order from me, I will mail it to you directly, and I will sign it for you as well. So you'll get the artwork. Whatever artwork you buy from me personally will be autographed and sent to you. So you guys are free to go to there, or you can over on Amazon, or you can come to me and get the work from me. Also, I have my brand new coloring book on sale. That is Naturally Cute Fantasy. If you would like to go get that, once again, you can buy that from me, or you can go get it on Amazon. Either way, I would very much appreciate it. And I will play a quick ad for Naturally Cute Fantasy, and then we will jump right into the coloring of the Red King. So let's get back to this, folks, and I'm going to play that ad and then jump right back into the coloring. Let's go.
sporting editors had also given me $300 in cash, most of which was already spent on extremely dangerous drugs. The trunk of the car looked like a mobile police narcotics lab. We had 2 bags of grass, 75 pellets of mescaline, 5 sheets of high-powered blotter acid, a salt shaker half full of cocaine, and a whole galaxy of multicolored uppers, downers, screamers, laughers, and also a quart of tequila, a quart of rum, a case of Budweiser, a pint of raw ether, and 2 dozen amyls. All this had been rounded up the night before in a frenzy of high-speed driving all over Los Angeles County. From Topanga to Watts, we picked up everything we could get our hands on. Not that we needed all that for the trip, but once you get locked into a serious drug collection, the tendency is to push it as far as you can. The only thing that really worried me was the ether. There is nothing in the world more helpless and irresponsible and depraved than a man in the depths of an ether binge. And I knew we'd get into that rotten stuff pretty soon, probably at the next gas station.
So here we are, folks, the final version of the Red King, the tyrant of the wastelands, and the ruler of this little dystopian future that I have created here. So obviously, based on the design and the maniacal face and what I've created here, I would say he would probably be the villain or at least the antagonist of any type of story that he would ever appear in. So don't expect him to do anything heroic or anything that would warrant any type of praise. He's not that type of character, not whatsoever. But you can see the design here. You can see what I put in to his war chariot. You can see the energy and stuff coming out of his staff. And I added a background, a very simple one that I created. I didn't want to just take a picture offline and recolorize it. I actually went ahead and just made a very simple background. See the wastelands behind him, just some very simple silhouettes of destroyed buildings, as well as a little bit of like marshes and stuff for the ground. But I kept that real simple because I wanted him to be the focal point in the foreground. So I didn't want to spend too much time or too much details into the background. It is what it is, just to give a basic idea of where he is and where he's at and what type of world he lives in. So I hope you guys really enjoyed watching me make this as much as I enjoyed creating it myself. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys in the chat. And once again, if you like this type of artwork and you just like me as an artist, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I would very much appreciate it. And also, if you want to support me on this channel, you can go ahead to my Patreon. Patreon/Crazyhouse. You can get exclusive coloring pages as well as exclusive artwork for your phones. I might put this art up over the weekend so that way you guys can download it and put it on your desktop, and you can have the Red King looking at you on your desktop, your laptop, or even on your phone. And I think some of you guys might actually appreciate that, just to give you a sense of power and energy in and of yourself. Not saying you're bad or as evil as this character would be, but sometimes you got to be that way when you want to get things done. Sometimes you got to take things over and be a bit of a tyrant in order to control the world around you, so you won't be a pushover. Hopefully you guys like it and like this concept. Go ahead and like this video. Click that like button. I always appreciate that. And once again, all my links will be in the description as well as the comments section. So you can follow me on my other social media platforms. You can buy products from me on my online store. You can buy products from me on Amazon, and you can also support me on Patreon. So all that stuff will be there. I wish you guys all the best, and you guys have a great next couple of days. Have a safe weekend, and I expect to see you here next Thursday for when I do more drawing my butt off videos. I don't know what the concept will be just yet. I usually come up with these on Sunday afternoon, so we shall see then what I come up with. Just make sure you stay tuned to this channel and you'll find out as time goes on. Anyway, Crazyhouse signing out. Peace.